Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Welcome to Technology Universe, and today we will be going to learn some interesting topics like recursion and recursive algorithms to solve numerous problems like finding Armstrong number, printing the Fibonacci series up to n terms, and so on. If you are new to this channel, subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon, and also you can see the pop-ups there. You can click on the links to find the best algorithm for prime numbers or Armstrong or palindrome numbers. There is a plenty of resources in my channel. Subscribe the channel for more. So today we will be learning about recursive algorithms, recursions. Students, I would keep it short. I would not take much time to make you understand about recursion. Okay, just grasp the main concept and then try by yourself. Without trying by yourself, you cannot master this art of recursion. Okay, let's see. First, in short, what is recursion? Recursion is a process in which we write a function. Suppose it is a function b and we would write another function a. Obviously, I am writing this whole concept and I will make you understand in Java. Okay. So in Java, suppose in a class we are writing two methods. One is function a and another one is function b. What we would do, we would call function b from function a. Okay, I would call the function b from the function a, and function b would serve a purpose, or it would execute and generate me a result and give it back to me, means give it back to function a after calling itself iteratively until a particular condition is fulfilled. So here there would be a condition, and until that condition is satisfied or until it is till it is satisfied, the recursion would occur. Recursion means a function calls itself. Means I would do a method call in this method function b, and the method call would be of that particular method only. Means a function would be calling itself. Okay. How long it would call itself? It would call itself until a particular condition is satisfied. If it becomes false, if the condition is not getting satisfied anymore, the recursion would stop. Recursion means repetitively it is calling itself. So that is the main concept of recursion. So what are the bullet points here? The bullet point is, first is the method from where I would call that recursive method. This one is called the recursive method. This is the method. This one can be a simple method or it can also be a main method. Okay, public static void main string args, that one. Okay, I am explaining you in simple terms because most of the viewers are from school. So public static void main you can write, or you can also not write. You can just write public void display. Any simple method can do the same thing. Okay, this one is the first method that would call a recursive method. This one is the recursive method that would call itself and generate me a result that may return or may not return. May not return means it can return nothing, means its return type would be void and it would be giving me a println statement or print statements. Okay, that result would be obtained by here. If it returns something value, suppose integer, double, float, string, anything, then that would be printed here. Or if we have no return type in this method, then we would directly print the result with the help of println statements or print statements. Okay. So what are the bullet points? This one is the bullet point. A function would be required to call the recursive method. Recursive method is the second bullet point, and the most vital thing is this one, condition. Okay. Under the condition, the statements would be there. Okay. This is the whole science behind recursion. But what are the main advantages or what is the purpose of recursion? Purpose of recursion is it is an alternative to for while and do while. In short, it is an alternative to looping structures or iterative constructs. The for loop, while loop, do while loop, these are all loop constructs. When there was no looping constructs, then we means the programmers. Okay, the programmers used to loop using this recursive algorithms. Process, it would call itself. The process would call the same process. Okay, until the condition is false. So it would be calling recursively. Okay, if the condition is not set correctly, then this construct will call itself indefinitely, okay, infinitely. So that's not desired. In for while do while you have infinite loop. In recursive data structures or recursive algorithms, you also have infinite loop. Okay, the final thing is this condition. So it is an alternative to looping constructs. That is the purpose. Okay. And also in certain scenarios, the for loop, while loop, do while loop is not a smart alternative. Okay. Recursion, on the other hand, the recursion is a more smart alternative, and it's a more you can say the time complexity becomes less in some cases, in some scenarios. Okay, like the Tower of Hanoi problem. If you are well acquainted with this problem, then you would know. So in certain cases, recursion offers us a better algorithmic complexity, less time complexity or less memory complexity, whereas these things may show us or may offer us much more complexity. So for these reasons, we have included this one as a study topic, recursion. Okay, it's a very useful topic. Okay, now let's go through an example like finding the Fibonacci terms up to n by printing the Fibonacci terms up to n. Okay. Now we have the program on the board. Just concentrate over here. So this is the first method, that is the first part or the first bullet point that I referred to, and I have considered three global variables A, B, and C. First, let me tell you what is a Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series is a series of numbers in which the first term is 0, second term is 1, third term would be the sum of the previous two terms. So 0 plus 1 is 1. The next term would be 1 plus 1, 2. The next term would be 2 plus 1, 3. Next term would be 2 plus 3, 5. So what is the purpose of this program? The purpose of this program is we have to print the Fibonacci series up to n terms. Suppose someone has given input n equals to 5. So how much will be printed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be the output. In one line we have to print this is 0, 1, 1, 2, 3 separated by space. Okay. If the value of n is 6, we have to print up to 5. Okay, number of terms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 terms. So whatever the value would be, value of the n would be, the n specifies the number of terms to be printed for us Fibonacci series. Okay. So in recursion, this is the first method. We have taken an input n. We have printed the first two terms. The first two terms needs to be printed. They are the fixed terms. Okay. Providing that we have considered that n is greater than 2. Okay. Now next we are calling Fibonacci n minus 2. We have already printed the first two terms. So how many terms need to be printed more? If there are n number of terms, we have subtracted the first two, that is minus 2. We need to print n minus 2 terms again. So I am sending this n minus 2 to a method called Fibonacci. This is my recursive method. This is the second bullet point, most important point of recursion, second one. Fibonacci method. I have given a name Fibonacci. You can give name anything. You can give Tom, Dick, Harry, Ram, Sam, Jodu, Modu, anything. Okay, I have given a parameter, integer parameter. So I have taken an integer. I have not returned anything. It's void. So I have not stored the value to any variable. Return type is void. That's all. So public void Fibonacci. I am taking a number. I am checking. This is the third bullet point. That is the condition. Whenever the condition is satisfied, then only this block would be executed. This is the block of the if. Curly starts here for if, curly closes here for if. This is the functions curly, this is the classes curly. Okay. So this block would be executed if x is not equals to 0. What it does? It generates the next term. Next term is a plus b. Suppose this is a, this is b, this is c. So what is c? C equals to a plus b. Then I have printed the c with a space, printing c with a space to separate the next term. I am thinking of the future. I am a future perspective person. So that's why I have printed a space here for giving a space to the next generation or the next term. Okay. Now after that, what I have to do for the next iteration for printing 2, I have to do two things. I have to make the b as a, I have to make the c as b, and I would leave the c as c for the next iteration to sum up these previous two elements. So now which one would be a? This would become the a, and this one will become the b, because now we previously added 0 plus 1, but now we have to do 1 plus 1. For doing that, we have to initialize a with the value of b, b with the value of c. So that's why I have written here that a equals to b, b equals to c. And I am calling the same method Fibonacci with a decreased value. I have sent x, but I am decreasing x minus 1. I am printing one term and I am subtracting x. So how many times it would run? This method would run n minus 2 times. I am starting with n minus 2, then n minus 2 minus 1, then n minus 2 minus 2, then n minus 2 minus 3. So on the method would call itself. Like there would be a stack created in the memory. Like this is the method disp. Disp is calling this method Fibonacci. I am writing in short form fib. Fib of n minus 2 would be called, and from fib of n minus 2 again fib of n minus 3 would be called, and from n minus 3 again a fib of n minus 4 would be called, and so on. With each function call I am printing each term. So iteratively a function calls itself and generates me a result. It can return. For this case it's not returning anything, it's printing. That's why return type is void. Okay. So this is the program to find the Fibonacci terms up to n using recursion. If you have any queries, do connect me with the links of my social media accounts given in the description, or you can also post a query in the comment section. I would be happy to answer them. If you are new, please subscribe the channel. You will get a lot of Java material in my channel. Subscribe my channel.